Okay, I'd like to call this meeting to order, and thank you for coming tonight. This is one of our biggest crowds we've had, so could you, everybody please stand and salute the flag with me? Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Are there any changes to the agenda?
Yes, so for item 6.1, we're gonna move that to 2.3.5. Item 5.11, depending on when you looked at that agenda item, it was updated. So it has an increase of $19,890. That is on the agenda. I just wanted to point it out in case you looked at it early on. There has been a change, but that is still gonna be covered under the grant. So there's no cost to the city for that. And then we do have one special meeting agenda that has one consent calendar item, which will run concurrent with the regular city council meeting.
Okay. Anybody like to accept the calendar?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the agenda with the added items.
I'll second.
Okay, roll call vote, please. Shannon, are you there?
Yes, I'm sorry.
No problem, thank you.
Councilman Horn,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Singleton,
Aye.
Councilman Ramirez,
Aye.
Councilman Atkinson, Mayor Ramsey.
I vote aye. Okay, motion carried. Okay. We'll go to number 2, awards, presentations, appointments, and proclamations. Swearing in of police officers Aiden Rapoya. Oh, God. There's so many different names here. Chief, could you go ahead and say all the names for me? I don't want to mess them up.
Read the names as I call them.
Okay. Thank you very much, Chief. I didn't want to destroy them all.
Good evening, council.
He's checking you right now. Larry, is it on? Blame it on Sean.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, City Manager, staff, community, and family and friends of the officers and dispatchers who are about to be sworn in this evening. This evening, we will be officially swearing in 3 non-sworn police dispatchers and 6 new Coalinga police officers. And I want to thank council for their support, and I also want to thank the support of the community. Several of these officers are going to be sworn in are still in the training program, but soon we'll have 18 officers assigned to patrol, which will make a difference in serving our community. As I called each dispatcher and officer, I'll be reading a short bio and on each. I'm going to start with dispatcher Claudia Montoya. We have it. Doesn't matter. Counselor, earlier this year, the police department reached out to the Fireball Police Department for assistance with our dispatch center due to the vacancies. Claudia Montoya, a part-time police dispatcher for the Fireball Police Department, volunteered to assist us. And Claudia, believe this or not, she have never been or visited the city of Coalinga. But once here, she liked what she saw and decided to help the Coalinga Police Department full-time in serving our community. Claudia has been with the city of Coalinga for approximately 6 months, and she has done an amazing job along with her 2 peers, which I'll be calling up next. Thank you, Claudia. All right. Next is Juanita Bravo. She doesn't have it, okay. Juanita, on this side, so we could form a circle. There you go. Juanita Bravo was born and raised in Coalinga. She graduated from Coalinga High School and earned her Bachelor's of Science degree in Criminal Justice from Cal State Long Beach. Her goal is to continue to expand her knowledge in criminal justice while at the same time contribute to making her community, where she grew up, a better place for her son. Juanita is grateful for the opportunity the City of Coalinga and the Coalinga Police Department has given her to make a difference. Thank you, Juanita. Theo May. Theo May has been working as a Coalinga police dispatcher for approximately 5 months and has lived in Coalinga for almost 2 years. He has a bachelor's degree in psychology and is truly grateful for the opportunity to work for the city of Coalinga and the police department. Theo is looking forward to watching the city of Coalinga grow and flourish in the future. Thank you, Theo. Next is the sworn officers. Kadir Aiden. Kadir Aiden was born in Hanford and raised in the city of Lemoore. He's grateful for, he graduated from the College of Sequoia Police Academy in January of 2022 with Class 152. He's currently working on his associate degree in criminal justice. As a kid growing up, he always wanted to be a police officer. As a police officer, he hopes to push himself to make a significant difference in our community. He loves meeting new people and seeing them smile. He wants the citizens of Coalinga to feel safe and secure in their community. Next, Jacob Repola. Jacob Repola graduated from the Fresno City College Police Academy in 2022 with Class 166. He has no prior military or law enforcement experience before becoming a police officer for the city of Coalinga. In recent years, he has been drawn towards law enforcement and the important role they have when helping people. He wanted to take on a career that his 2 sons and his wife can be proud of. Vanessa Carillas. Vanessa Carillas was born and raised in Visalia. She attended the Tulare Kings County Police Academy and graduated in 2021 with Class 150. Vanessa's introduction to law enforcement started when she was a little girl and would catch her father watching the television show Cops. It was something he really enjoyed watching, and she loved sharing that something with him. Many years later, her brother became a California Highway Patrol officer, which he's here today. Thank you. The 2 most important men in her life that have a passion for those who protect and serve. It was their admiration that built the desire within her to achieve something greater than herself, to protect those who cannot protect themselves. Juan Navarrete. Juan Navarrete was born in Hanford and raised in Huron. He attended Coalinga High School and graduated in 2016. He always wanted to be a law enforcement officer, not to drive fast or shoot guns, but to try to help people. He attended West Hills College and graduated in early 2021 with an associate degree as a certified welder. He is a self-taught photographer and enjoys the great outdoors. Juan attended the College of Sequoia Police Academy and graduated in January of 2022. Juan started his law enforcement career with the Fresno County Sheriff's Department, but quickly realized that he was a small-town boy. Juan was hired with the city of Coalinga in August of 2022. He looks forward to growing as an officer in a town he considers home. Francis Urias. Francis Urias was born in San Diego and currently lives in Porterville. Growing up, she has always had an interest towards law enforcement. She began by attending some college courses and received her associate degree in criminal justice from Porterville College. She attended the College of Sequoia Police Academy and graduated in January of 2022. She's the first in her family to join law enforcement, and she wanted to set an example for her son and nieces. She chose a law enforcement career for the purpose of wanting to help individuals who can't help themselves. Jesus Campos. Jesus Campos was born and raised in the city of Coalinga. During his childhood, his favorite hobbies were playing soccer and riding quads or horses with his family. He enjoys dedicating most of his time helping his dad with the ranch chores. Since he was young, he had an interest in becoming a police officer. He would see the Coalinga Police Department and the California Highway Patrol at local city events or at the Coalinga High School career events. He knew one day he would pursue the career and have a positive influence in the city. In January 2022, he had an opportunity to attend the Fresno Police Academy and successfully graduated in July with Class 167. He is extremely grateful to be employed by the city of Coalinga and to be working along with great staff. So, at this time, these guys are really tight, kind of spread out. Okay. Okay, at this time, family and friends is the pinning ceremony. So if family and friends would like to come up and pin the badges, please do. Take some few pictures, and then we'll have you sit down and we'll look for you. Thank you.
I turned it on and it beeped right here. That was my phone beeping.
Stand up and feel if it's in your pockets.
Watch it fall. We're gonna take a break right after this, right?
Yeah.
Hear anything?
Did you go get waters?
No?
Don't get run over, Mary.
It's playing the sound now again, but as soon as we take a break, I'll
Where were you? Just here? Did you go in the back?
no, I talked to her twice, and I thought it was my phone beeping a minute ago because I I put it on the beep and it beeped and he turned it off.
Try to get me and Ray, we'll see if we hear it. Try to do the beep thing. We'll tell you if you're hearing things.
It shows it right here.
Yeah, but that could be anywhere in City Hall.
Yeah. Our last meeting, it was under the desk in the conference room.
But you weren't in there, right?
Oh, the police department's got it. It shows it right here. And it shows both of them together.
It's not in a shirt pocket?
No. It's in my case, it's a big case.
Hey, we got officers here, they can search it.
No.
Is it in the building or is it?
Yeah, it's in the building. Both of them. This one's here and it's over there someplace, maybe. Should we? Let me go look.
You see it walking out.
Should we go ahead and take a break now?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and take about a 15-minute break. They've got some cake and stuff for the officers and stuff, so we'll restart the meeting in about 15 minutes.
Okay. The cake.
First to oath.
You wanted what?
First to oath.
I was going to conclude the ceremony, or I could do that.
Okay, we could have a seat, and I'll be reading the oath of office that you're repeating after me. Okay, for everybody, would you raise your right hand and repeat after me? I state your name. Okay. Yeah. Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California against all enemies and foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California, that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservations or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter. Congratulations. All right. And before we have cake, I just want to thank the officers. I had the opportunity as a chief to be here about 9 months now to work with these officers, and they have done an amazing job. And I know they're going to do great for the city of Coalinga. They do have a passion. And I want to thank the family and friends that are here for your support and allowing your loved one here to be part of the Coalinga family and the team, Coalinga PD. So thank you. We'll do everything on our part, the city and the police department, to provide them the best training and the continued support so they can go home each night. Thank you. All right. Okay. Okay, go ahead and have some cake.
We are going to take a break now. It'll be about 10 to 15 minutes. Thank you. Okay, we'll call this meeting back to order. We're going to be on item 2.2, presenting an award to retiring certified building official John Self for his 14 years of service to the city of Coalinga. Sean?
All right. Well, I am very honored to have the opportunity to present this plaque to John for John's years of service to the city of Coalinga as its chief building official. In late 2008, John came to the city of Coalinga from the city of Mendota to serve as our building official. This was a little bit about a year after I came to the city. John and I worked in the community development department together, where municipal code, building code were debated on a daily basis, and where his next fishing trip was going to be. So, the first thing I noticed about John was his work ethic and desire to serve his community. He's a public servant through and through, who I can say with confidence always put this community first. I witness this daily based on relationships he developed with residents, contractors, and the development community through the course of his career. He would always make sure if someone needed an inspection to get their power on, their roof covered, a water turned back on, he would do anything he could to make sure that got taken care of, even if it was after hours or on his day off. As a building official, protecting life and safety is the utmost importance, and John's commitment to ensuring that safety was at the forefront of his job was evident daily. Positions like his in a small town can be challenging at times, but very rewarding, as you can see the positive impact you have on your community. I have a quote in my office that I feel is appropriate for John. I've had it in there for quite a while, and it says, "Working in a small town doesn't just teach you to plan and build a community, it teaches you how to be a part of that community." John was always and will be a part of this community. And John, I can say that you should be proud of your service to this community for the past 14 years, and rest assured that you have left Coalinga better off than when you started. Enjoy your retirement, John.
John, we're not going to let you go anywhere without saying something. I finally got you up here, so we're not going to let you go.
I have really enjoyed my time here. A while back when I got injured, I couldn't wait to get back to work. This small town is one of the best towns to work in. Marissa makes this a family-friendly place for people to work. I just wish I had worked here when I had my kids growing up. Since I've been here, the quality of the staff just keeps getting better all the time. We have a lot of things that come at us, and we power through them every single time. Sean is a great assistant manager, and he's been a very good mentor with me when I've been here with my time at the city. I love my lunch crowd. I love my council, and I do love the people of this town, and I'm so sorry I can't stick it out longer, but we've got Robert coming up the ranks, and you're going to be pleasantly surprised at how good he is. So thank you very much for my time here. I do appreciate it.
And you've got your own fishing pond, too.
I'm going to be getting my own fishing pond, too. Yes, that's right.
Okay. Thank you, John. Okay, next we'll go to presenting a key to the city to Coalinga Area Chamber of Commerce Executive Director Scott Netherton in honor of his service to the community. Councilman Horn will be presenting this.
All right, see if I can do this so you can hear me. Okay, I put in a couple months ago to get a certificate for Scott Netherton. He's also a business owner here in town, and he's also the executive director of the Chamber of Commerce for Coalinga. And from what I've seen over the years, this man right here, not only with his business, has taken over this new venture for himself and has gone above and beyond to make sure to bring Coalinga back the way it used to be. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen the last 2 years and would agree how far he's come and where he's actually going. He's got a big future in this, in the chamber and bringing the city back together again. So with that being said, got a certificate here. Certificate of recognition and appreciation of your outstanding service to the city of Coalinga, awarded to Scott Netherton, Executive Director, Coalinga Area Chamber of Commerce. Here's your certificate. And for everything that you're doing, bringing back to the city, this is the least we can do, is give you the key to the city. And keep moving forward, keep doing what you're doing, because you're doing great things. And everybody has your back, including myself.
I don't know, just kind of put the certificate up there too. I'll make it look good, don't worry.
Thanks, Mary.
Later on, I'll have Ron sign it.
Hey, everybody. Real quick, I want to thank my family for being here. My right hand, Vanessa, my son Tristan, and sister Stacy, and my beautiful Aunt Noni. Probably one of the questions I get asked most is, after 50 plus years, why are you still here? And it's an easy answer. It's the people. It's all of you. It's home. If you want to do better and you want to be better, this is a town that will let you do that. And 16 months ago, 4 people gave me an opportunity to serve this town, my community, in a way I never thought I'd be able to. And Coalinga's a place for second chances, whether you deserve it or not. And Mom and Dad, this is for you, and I'm very humbled to be in front of you, and I want to say thank you guys very much.
Thank you. Scott, we appreciate everything you do for the city. Okay, next, we have the presentation of the clock tower dedication plaque in honor of Oscar Garza. And Councilman Horn will also be putting this out too. Council makes it easy for me.
Okay, I'm not sure if any of the family friends or family are
Yeah,
here.
Pat and the
They're all
brother.
in the back
they're-
row. You guys
Could
can all
could
come
all
up.
you guys come up? If you're part of the family, get up here.
Okay, I'll try to read this at the same time. Okay, back in January of 2022, I put in an item to rename our clock tower. The one person that always took care of that thing, I think from the beginning of the time he actually started for the city back in 1994, up until he retired, he didn't retire. He was still working for the city. He worked for all the citizens for the city. He was not only working for the city, he was on the planning commission. He was everybody's friend. He was everybody's go-to person, including myself. I actually got to work with him within the last 18 years. I got to work with him off and on. He's a very good person, very well-minded, nice, willing to take the shirt off his back and help everybody else. One of his things was, whenever we had an issue with our town clock, either the chimes or the time working, he was the one that went and fixed it. All through those years, as we got another employee in, he's actually not here. Oh, yes, he is. He was showing somebody how to repair this clock without actually letting him know that he was going to be taken over. That would be Eric De Leon. He's now head of our public works. So we have a plaque for you from the city of Coalinga, dedicated in honor of Oscar Garcia, city of Coalinga equipment mechanic. He wasn't just a mechanic, like I said, he was everybody's friend. He worked here from 1994 to 2017. And he was also on the City of Coalinga Planning Commission as well from 2018 to 2021. And this plaque is in recognition of his service in maintaining the clock tower for the entire city.
Yeah, feel how heavy that thing is. It's nice.
Now, when we get ready to do the dedication for the city, it's going to be on the 7th,
Wednesday,
December
the
7th, next Wednesday at 2:30 at the clock tower is when they'll be doing the unveiling of the plaque.
And they spelled it right. Oh, thank you, that's lovely. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Councilman Horn. Okay, next we'll go presentation of the Community Video Policy Program. Chief?
Council, just before it gets started, I just want to thank Scott. Since I've been here, I've taken part in a lot of events, and many of them led by the Coalinga Chamber and held by the Coalinga Chamber and led by Scott, and I just want to thank you for being a great partner. Which kind of leads me to a brief presentation on the Community Video Policing Program that the city manager and I would like to implement with your approval, Council. Council, we are in need of a security surveillance camera system that's going to help the department in identifying these suspects and securing prosecution for those who are victimizing our citizens. I did a review of the year-to-date stats, crime stats, from January to October of this year. We are currently up 19% in Part 1 crimes compared to last year. The largest increase has been in assaults. We are up 55% compared to last year. One of my goals as the chief is to bring to the city of Coalinga a community video policing program that will enhance the safety of our citizens, and also, as the program grows, have a significant impact on the reduction of crime in our city. A big part of the program is the partnership with the businesses and with the apartment management, for they will have the opportunity to install cameras that could be linked to the PD in case we need to use it for investigation purposes, which is huge. So it's a community component with businesses, apartment complex, and also there's going to be certain neighborhoods or parks that the community within that area is going to want possible camera there. So Neighborhood Watch, they have an opportunity with the system to have one there. The Community Video Policing Program consists of 6 phases. Phase 1 through 5 involves strategically placing 10 cameras with multiple lenses and 15 license plate captures throughout the community. Phase 1 of the program involves setting up the infrastructure for all phases, along with installing cameras and license plate captures at the first 4 of 10 intersections in the city. The camera system is an independent wireless network that doesn't depend on cellular service or the internet. It provides a point-to-point connectivity from the city water tower on Derrick Avenue to a large tower that's next to the police department. The height of that water tower and the elevation where it's located will allow the wireless connectivity to go over the large trees in the city, which will support the citywide department cameras, the deployment of the cameras. This wireless infrastructure will stream live video to a server located at the police department, and the video will be saved for 60 days. The company, Surveillance Integration, has designed and installed the same security surveillance camera system to a half a dozen cities in Fresno County. The owner, Jim Richardson, and his staff have worked close with the police department in these cities. Surveillance Integration uses advanced technology The Vigilon cameras they use have high-resolution megapixels with analytics to capture clear description and color. As the former police chief for the city of Parlier, I have a personal experience working with surveillance integration in the city of Parlier. Shortly after the cameras were installed in the city of Parlier, it captured a gang shooting occurring in the afternoon, along with the vehicle license plate. Hours later, a suspect was arrested in the same vehicle. Council, in conclusion, implementing Phase 1 will not impact the general fund, thanks to the Senator Caballero and the grant from Sarah. The city manager and I request council to approve an agreement with Surveillance Integration to implement the 6 phases of the city's new community video policing program. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Okay, that was just a presentation, so it's just informational right now.
There's an item on consent related to it.
Right. Okay, we go to citizens' comments. This section of the agenda allows members of the public to address the city council on any item within the jurisdiction of the council. Members of the public, when recognized by the mayor, should come forward to the lectern, identify themselves, and use the microphone. Comments are normally limited to 3 minutes. In accordance with state open meeting laws, no action will be taken by the city council this evening, and all items will be referred to staff for a follow-up and a report. Is there anybody who would like to say something to the council? Bring it up. Mary? Thank you.
Don't normally wear a mask. I discovered it's cheaper than a facelift. Nobody can see what's under there. I'm spreading germs, so I'll wear it when I'm around people. I want to just say a blip. First of all, I've seen some really great policing going on in the community, and it's really fun. And one day I saw the woman driving the police car, and I got to tell you, I'm not really a feminist, but my little heart just did a little Wonder Woman pitter-patter there. So I was proud to see that. On your consent calendar, there's an item that I feel should have been discussed among the residents. And I'm just gonna, I know I sent you an email, but I want to put this out because I think it's important. And I'm in no way trying to disrespect you, Ron, at all.
No problem.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I
a name's a
understand.
really powerful thing. In a lot of religious faiths, people change their names to signify a moving of purpose or a change of call. And in this particular case, we are talking about naming something that doesn't even exist yet. It's a big thing. Maybe not to a casual observer, but in the grand scope of things, even the name of our city, Coalinga, it just sort of happened. It didn't have a lot of forethought. We could have been Coalinga Springs. I'm not saying, we should change, but it leads me into this. For some reason, this just popped onto the consent calendar with no discussion, and I think it deserves to be discussed before it just be tacked on as a consent. It's exciting to have an opportunity to commemorate and honor someone that we really respect and admire. Looking at the Splash Park, I imagine and envision children in our community and their place in the fabric of our very culture and society, our future and our hopes. At the same time, I imagine the many children and their families who will enjoy the Splash Park. My thoughts are also clouded with the memories of those who are not. Specifically, I'm thinking of the very real tragedies. In the past 3 years, we have lost almost, I would say between 15 and 20 children in either accidents or through disease. These kids never had the opportunity to make the impact that they may have made as an adult. They never got to have their parents cheer for them when they came around home plate and got in there. That's not there anymore. I think of those who lost their fights with cancer, with the family who mourn the losses, and I thought, what a sweet, cool way to honor those people who have lost their children. I'm a mom. I can't even imagine. I really can't. I would go insane. They would have to load me up and cart me off. even now as an adult, if one of my kids was to die or one of my grandchildren, there would be nothing left of me. And yet these people continue to live here. They continue to carry on and be part of our community. How cool would it be to put some of that memory and emotion into naming the splash park? And I put some ideas down there, the generic children's splash park, or Agua Viva, living water, or Agua de Viva, life water, or the one I really liked, Agua Pulida, which means polished water. How cool, polished water, like glistening in the sun. And Pulido is the last name of 4 of those kids who
Mary,
died in that accident.
I'm sorry, your time is up. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, you guys have the paper, and also considered that Cecil Mingus is the guy whose land that was. I thought that was another important fact. Anyway, I'm asking you just to table it until it can be discussed. I think that's a responsible and caring thing to do.
Thank you. Is there anybody else? Nathan?
Good evening, Council. Nathan Vosberg, District 3. First thing I just want to say is congratulations on hiring all those police officers. That's a huge deal. Amazing. And no one deserves the key to the city more than Scott. He's done amazing things. We started off with nothing at the chamber, literally nothing. And Scott has rebuilt that, and we're still on our way, but without him, none of that would be possible. So a few things I just want to talk about tonight. The 5.1 mobility grant having to do with website requests sent to staff. That can be done a lot cheaper. $14,000 a year is an insanity price to pay for that. I disagree that this is something that should be put onto the ratepayers. We're trying to lower rates, not increase them, and every one of these little $14,000 per year things is going to, it's going to add to it. A lot of this stuff doesn't come from the general fund, but we need to really talk about lowering our city bills. Our city bills are out of control. This is insanity. I hate to use words from someone that we all know, but we need to lower those city bills, and this isn't going to help. So, having someone use a phone over a form comes to them, and then calling them on a phone and saying, hey, do you want this turned on or off? That's one way, and the other way is just, you have basic encryption on your website right now. I believe this is just a way that the website company can get more money, and I've seen these things before. If I were you guys, I'd look at the ratepayers. How can you look them in the eye and say, hey, we're going to continue, upping fees? Next item would be 5.5, expanding the police drone program. I'm all in favor of things like this, but there needs to be serious town hall meetings about this type of stuff, including the community policing program where you're going to put license plate readers everywhere. People need to know about these programs, because what you're going to have is people that are going to be upset. They're going to be scared. They're going to worry about their privacy. They're not going to understand what these programs are. And I think all of these programs need to be brought into a workshop so the public can understand. And I know a lot of times the public doesn't show up, but the ability for them to understand what's going on and the ability for those two is important. So I would take both of those items and do that with those. And then lastly, the agreement with the surveillance integration for the cameras. We just spent a ton of money on cameras that now we're finding out don't work. What the heck? That was a ton of money to spend on those cameras. And now we're going to talk about spending another grant. And let me tell you, it's not going to end here. There's going to be money in maintenance fees. There's going to be money in replacing cameras. There's going to be ongoing costs with this. I'm not against community policing at all, but this needs to go to the public instead of onto just one time of the council talking about it. And the idea that this isn't going to cost residual money, it is going to cost residual money. And go after the company that sold us cameras that supposedly aren't working. That's ridiculous. We need to put that city attorney to work.
I'm sorry, your time is up.
And also, we need to increase the time to public comment to 5 minutes. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, Nathan. Is there anybody else? Ron?
there, Ron DeArtney, and I figured I was here because of what you guys did for Oscar, and I wanted to say thank you. That's what brought me down here. Normally, you wouldn't see hide or hear of me, but I pay attention. You know, been doing this stuff, been living here all my life. But the comments that I heard earlier, I had to sit there and say that this gentleman, Mr. Ramsey, Ron, was my Little League coach at 12 years old. He's been putting it forth for this city for a long time. Not just sitting behind that podium, but as a volunteer coach. As I served with him as a reserve firefighter, volunteer firefighter for many years too. And maybe we can look at something else and have a reflection park for those that have lost and whatnot. I want somewhere that you take kids that are happy, kids that are, you know, something that's going to be brought forward, and it's happiness. This man's done a lot, and he's done happiness. Do something that's in there, but reflection on some other things. Go there, and I think it's a good thing for this man right here. He's earned it. He deserves it. And like I said, I'm 53 years old. So I don't know how old Mr. Ron is, but I know it. 2 years of Little League, the only 2 years I ever played, this man was there for me, and he taught me, and he's been there since a long time, a lot longer than a lot of other people. Just because you stand up every once in a while and show yourself, he's been here since day one of my time. So I'll put him up against a lot of other people and their time, not just Johnny-come-latelys. So thank you, Ron. I wanted to take my hat off to you and say thank you for
Thank you.
this time.
Is there anybody else? Scott?
Again, Scott Netherton, Colinga Chamber. We had last Saturday, we had our holiday boutique down at the hub at the high school. We had about 34 vendors and good turnout. A lot of people came out and supported. This Saturday was the Christmas parade. We ended up having to postpone it, unfortunately. Rain's at like 93% this Saturday, so we pushed it back to the 17th, and I know it won't work for everybody, but the Park and Rec had something tied up for next weekend, so the 17th it will be back on. This is one of those events where people, you want them to enjoy it, the people observing it as well as the people participating, so we just thought it was best to put it off. February 4th, right around the corner, it's already here, our Community Service Awards, where we'll be recognizing Citizen of the Year, Business of the Year, Volunteer of the Year, and Leaving a Legacy Award. So please put that on your calendars. Again, Mayor Ramsey, this will be your last meeting
We got
for at
one
least
more.
4 years. Oh, one more. Oh,
One
yeah,
more.
you'll come back in January. And then, but again, thank you all for everything. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Scott. Anybody else? Okay. Next, we'll go to public hearings. We have none. Next is consent calendar. We have 17 on the consent calendar. Is there anybody on the council that'd like to pull anything?
Sorry, we have
I'm sorry?
18 because we combined that other meeting,
Oh, yeah.
18 items.
Oh, I'm sorry. 18 items. And that item we added was authorize the city manager to approve the engagement letter received from Price Page Company for consulting services related to the preparation of the fiscal year 2021, 2022 audit. Okay, sorry about that. 18 of them. Is there anything anybody would like to pull? Okay, is there anything anybody would like to pull from the audience?
Actually, Ron, we actually can't do that. Code of conduct says we can't ask for citizens to pull an item. If we pull it, then we can actually discuss it, but other than that, we can't
Oh, really?
do that. I just read up on it, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, because we've been doing that for a while, so. We'll do it one more time tonight, and then you guys can do it after this, because that's the way I've been always doing, I'm sorry. Anybody like to pull anything?
Well, it doesn't do any good because I already asked to have something pulled and there was no response, but I just want to go on record as saying that I did ask for that to be pulled.
Okay, that's number Number 6. Okay, would you like to talk about it again? Go ahead.
Number 6.
Go ahead. Do you want to say anything more?
No.
Okay.
If she's,
I'll say one more thing, just as a response, a short response. The whole idea of naming something fun and exciting and full of life in honor of someone who doesn't have any fun or life is that the joy, the love from those people continues on in our activities, whether they're here or not. I have a really probably very different perspective of the ends and beginnings of who we are. But when something is named after somebody who's no longer with us, or in their honor, or to say Ron's Children's Park, or whatever, that joy that isn't there is there. Because we remember them. That's all.
Thank you. Not today. Okay.
Ron, I'd like to add something to that. One of the suggestions I made was for that park, was to do a mural. Find somebody that actually can paint the faces or the whole person, and do a mural on the cement wall at the park, so that way they have their whole area along with their names as well, for remembrance. That was actually discussed this morning about this. Other than doing statues or something, but at least have a mural along with whatever they're going to be putting on the wall, but have all of them on there as well. So that way it's be dedicated to, but just like you said, Ron's kids.
Okay, anybody like to make a motion or anything?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the consent calendar as read, with looking into that mural for item number 5.
On item number 5.
I'll
what-
add it as a future agenda item.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying, okay. Okay. Is there a second?
Yeah, I'll second it.
Okay, it's been made and seconded. Roll call, please.
Councilman Horn,
Aye.
Councilman Ramirez,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Singleton,
Aye.
Mayor Ramsey.
I vote aye. And it's okay to vote for that, for me?
Yes, you're asking about the park?
Yes.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, thank you. Okay, next we'll go to item number 6. Ordinance presentation, we've already done one. So number 2 is discussion and direction of potential action item regarding one expiring term of the Planning Commission. Sean?
Thanks, Mayor and Council. Tonight, staff seeking council's direction whether to reappoint Commissioner Pruitt to another 4-year term to the Planning Commission, or advertise for the position of Planning Commissioner, as Ms. Pruitt's term is set to end on January 17th, 2023. Commissioner Pruitt has served on the Planning Commission since 2019, and her term, as mentioned, is set to end on January 7th, 2023. She has advised staff that she would like to seek reappointment by the council for another term. So in accordance with Section 2-3.102, members of the Planning Commission shall be appointed by the council. So staff seeking direction from the council in addressing the expiring term of Commissioner Pruitt. So one is that any member of the council may make a motion nominating a member of the public to the commission and vote accordingly. This would include the reappointment of the currently seated Commissioner Pruitt. Or if members would like to, the council can request the city clerk advertise the position available for about 30 days, and then we would come back with applications of any interested parties. So at this point, I'll leave it up to the council what direction you guys would like to go.
Okay, thank you.
I think Ms. Pruitt's here too.
Is she here today?
Yeah.
She is, and she wanted.
Will that still allow her to stay in that seat if we were to give it another 30 days?
Yes, you can still choose to reappoint her once we've received applications. You could reappoint her if you like. I mean, you still have the choice. It just allows you the opportunity if you want to seek other applicants or interested parties. So it's solely up to the council.
Okay, would you like to speak first? How are you tonight?
Okay, thank you. Good evening, council. My name is Sarah Pruitt, Planning Commissioner, also District 3, for the record. Thank you for considering possibly reappointing me to another 4-year term. This is something that I have enjoyed. It is a lot of work, but I do enjoy it. The Planning Commission is an important committee that doesn't get much attendance, but at the same time, there's a lot of things that we do have to go over. Sean is very thorough, and even with him being thorough, you know, the panel, Mayor Ramsey, I know you were on the Planning Commission before also. No, you weren't?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, okay, then I'm confusing you with
I was
maybe
on
Lander, the other Ron. Sorry. But, you know, even with Sean being as thorough as he is, it is important that we do go through everything with a fine-tooth comb. It can take quite a bit of time to do that. And thank you for your patience, always entertaining all of the questions. But it is something that I do enjoy. And I would be grateful for you to give me another opportunity to do that, and to serve the community.
Thank you. Council, what would you like to do?
I make a motion that we reappoint Sarah Pruitt
Okay, there's a motion. Is there a second?
for Planning Commission.
I think it's an easy situation here. Sarah's been doing this for 4 years. We always set for another chapter in our lives. But at this point, I'd like to second the motion.
Okay. Kind of mixed confusion there a little bit. Okay, there's been a motion and a second. Roll call vote, please. Shannon?
Councilman Horn,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Singleton,
I vote aye.
Councilman Ramirez,
Aye.
and Mayor Ramsey.
I also vote aye. Take a deep breath, Shannon. You're starting to sound sick.
Sorry.
No, you're doing good. Hopefully we'll get out of here in time for you. Okay, next, we have announcements, city manager's announcements. Oh, yeah, we do. Yeah, that's what it is.
You don't want me to talk?
No, go ahead.
I just wanted to remind everyone that on December 15th, we have Santa's Gift Exchange here at City Hall from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. So any children who would like to participate, they just need to bring a gift unwrapped that's valued at about $10, and they can exchange a gift. We are going to have pictures with Santa here as well, and there will be a special guest. And then Tuesday of next week is the monthly Chiefs Breakfast over at Cafe 101 at 9 a.m. It's always the first Tuesday of the month. We generally have the same 2 community members who attend that we are thankful for, but it would also be nice to see additional people there.
Is it possible we can see if some of the students that actually came and helped through the whole process of getting everything wrapped and taking care of that for the other kids to be here and kind of help, maybe like elves?
Yes, I've mentioned it to them. If they want to be here, they can.
Okay, city council members' announcements, anybody?
I just gotta say, with this year, I wanna thank everybody in the staff. There's so much new faces, and I'm glad that we have came together to try to make this city like I say, I go to a lot of cities and they don't look like ours. Our city has this strong boundary, these legs that it's hard to knock down. And the more we come together, the more great things is gonna happen. The future, it's unpredictable. With crime, either it goes up or it goes down. But I'd rather see, you know, our public and safe than sorry. And I said it in the beginning, that I'd rather have enough fire, enough policing, than have a tragedy happen over something that we as a city could have done. This is why, like I said, just like Mr. Nathan, they've been here forever. I want to fight for this community as much as that. When I was on the earthquake, I've seen this town go up and down, and I see great people in this community. And there's no way I'm gonna, if I'm not on the table, I'm gonna do something that's coaching or something to do for the community, because I really love this community. And I thank Marissa for this year. I mean, I've came in a lot, and we're blessed that we have her in this town. We are blessed, because she makes our job easy. She makes a lot of the staff job easy, and she is not selfish. The more we try to give to her, the more she denies. And I just like to thank her. I'd like to thank all the police officers that we're blessed that they decided to be homegrown and to participate and to be employed for our town and keep on going to keep our town safe. And it's been a wonderful year, and I thank everybody in the public. And we're gonna get together with new staffing. I want to congratulate the new members that are gonna come in for the staff. And if I'm here, the next one, Mr. Ramsey, thank you for everything you've done. Like, it's from the bottom of my heart. You're one of the type of reasons why I did this.
Thank you.
And thank you. And once again, thank you to the public again. Thank you for everybody who's been doing a great job. So, thank you again.
Just real quick announcement, not even just, life is too short. And at times we become really complacent with what we have and what we don't have. And a lot of people are in a hurry to get to certain places. Just be careful out there and know that life is too short to be in a hurry to let something pass you by. There's a lot of people fall victim to people that are in a hurry for no real reason. You're gonna get there when you get there. So just be safe out there on the roads.
Thank you. Okay, on mine, I just want to thank everybody for all the time I've been here, all the different supervisors from the police department, from assistant city managers to all the city councilmen, all the past city councilmen we've had here. It's been a team working here. One thing I can tell you that it's hard to do sometimes, but never hold something against somebody. When you're up here, you're gonna be the only vote sometimes, but you can't personally take it as a personal hit on yourself. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and you just have to take a deep breath. And if you think it's something you're worth fighting for, you go after it some more. You do it a different way, and then if you want it, eventually you'll get it. Because most of the time, if there's been really something I've wanted and I haven't got it, I go around different ways and I ended up getting it sometimes. But don't ever hold a grudge in here. And just because somebody votes against you, be their friend. I mean, enemies hate people that like them. They really do. And be their friend. And you don't have to be, you're really not, they're not your enemies. They just have a different opinion, and stuff. So when you're out there, just remember that. That's one thing I could leave here is don't hold a grudge on anybody and stuff, because it'll just kill you if you hold the grudges, because this guy will be against you, this guy will be against you, but next time they'll talk to you, like they're your best friend, so never hold them against them. There's one guy that always in the back of my head that just drove me nuts, and he's still driving me nuts, but everybody knows who he is. But I still talk to him once in a while, but he doesn't live in the state anymore. And he's probably watching on TV, so he's gonna get a kick out of this. But that's okay. But I'd like to thank everybody for all the years I've been putting in here and stuff, and I appreciate everybody here, and this is one of the best city managers we've ever had. I've been with a lot of them. I've been with some really duds, and then I've been some really good ones, and she's on the top of the list. And she does a really good, and she's not one of these kind that lets the council push her. I mean, she goes by the rules and stuff, so. If you want to know something and you're not supposed to know about it, she won't let you know until everybody finds out together. Sometimes it's frustrating, but that's the way it is. Other than that, I'll have a big speech next month for my going out deal, so we'll go from there. And like Mary, she has the different opinion on a lot of stuff, and she makes us think a lot of times. I mean, she'll bring up a lot of good ideas, so I hope she still keeps doing that, and I hope she's not mad at anybody on this, and we're gonna do something, or these guys will do something for the kids, and we'll make it work. And I really appreciate the park being named after me, and so that's really good. I've done the kids. Well, I better shut up. Okay. We'll talk about it later. That's all I have. We're going to closed session. We have 4 items. Is there anything that we need to come back with?
It's not likely.
Okay. All right. This meeting is over. Thank you.